Now, you're probably wondering, Ethan, why do you have a bow and you're not shooting an arrow? Well, because we're inside and I'm not trying to put a hole in my wall, especially this green screen room. But yeah, this episode, we're talking about Green Arrow. Yeah, guys, Green Arrow, he makes his big debut in the Batman 2004 animated series in episode 3 of season 5 titled Vertigo. And it's a pretty solid episode. We see Batman, Robin, yeah, we got the dynamic duo in here, teaming up with Oliver Queen, aka Green Arrow, to take down one of Green Arrow's greatest villains, Count Vertigo. And great action, great animation, but what I want to talk about is how this episode kind of modified Green Arrow's origin. Now, if you guys know Green Arrow, probably from the Arrow TV show on the CW. One of my favorite TV shows of all time. I really enjoy Arrow. Like, I like Flash and the Arrowverse, but Arrow is the best. I like Arrow more than Smallville, actually. But yeah, I grew up watching Arrow, and in that show, we saw him go up against Slade Wilson, Deathstroke, we saw him go to China, and then we saw him go back to the island to deal with Magic and John Constantine, a weird season, and then we saw him face off against, not the Baratza, he actually teamed up with the Baratza, but Dolph Lundgren. In season 5, he went to Russia, and then he came back to Lian Yu and came full circle. 5-year journey, great. In the comics, we see Oliver, well, he floats onto Lian Yu on the island. He has some years of hell. It's not 5 years, that was just made for the show to have like a chronological timeline, but in the comics, he just ends up on the island, he trains, goes through hell, and he becomes the Emerald Archer, which is great. But through that process, Count Vertigo is not really involved. There might have been a story where Count Vertigo shows up, maybe he's like barely involved in the origin story of the Green Arrow, but he's not like a major player. Well, what the Batman does in this episode is we see Oliver Queen on a ship. Obviously, it's always the ships, you know, Queen's Gambit. But we see Count Vertigo, he tries to kill Oliver, and then Oliver ends up on island, trains, becomes the Green Arrow, and now he shows up in Star City, becomes the Green Arrow to get vengeance on Count Vertigo. That's his reason for becoming a hero. In the show, he's trying to just go through this list of enemies that his father had, and then he learns to not kill people and actually spare people, and then over time, Green Arrow becomes a man of the people in the show. In the comics, he's a man of the people, and in this show, the Batman, we don't really see that man of the people side of him, we just see that vengeance side. But at the end, he doesn't kill Count Vertigo, and we see some character development, but the idea to make Count Vertigo a major player, and really the reason for Oliver becoming Green Arrow, I don't think it's effective. Like, Count Vertigo is a cool villain, and I see what they're trying to do, but I don't know, if you were gonna have Count Vertigo be a major player of the episode, you didn't really need to show Green Arrow's origin. You could have just had Green Arrow have some history with Count Vertigo in Star City. Like something like that, some history, some flashbacks, which yeah, they did flashbacks, but it doesn't have to be the origin of the Green Arrow. I think Count Vertigo works better when he's a villain to Green Arrow in Star City. Just, you know, he's an enemy. He's just trying to destroy Star City, spread his vertigo, his drugs. I don't think him being a major player in the creation of Green Arrow is really necessary. So yeah, I didn't think that was effective. Did you guys think it was effective? Do you think Count Vertigo should be a major player in the origin of the Emerald Archer? I don't think so. I like how they did in the comics, and I actually really love how they did it in the Arrow TV show. I feel like that's the blueprint. But hey, TV shows try things out, different approaches, and the Batman tried a different approach. In my opinion, it didn't really deliver. But the episode itself was still really good. I still enjoyed it. I just wanted to talk about this. You guys, some of your thoughts down below. What do you think about the modified origin story in this show? And what do you think about Green Arrow's character in the show as well? Just his design. I really like his design. It gives me Silver Age vibes. But do you like his design? Or do you like the more modern Green Arrow design that we see in the Arrow TV show and in the comics of the past 10 years. But yeah, guys, that's gonna wrap up this video. Thanks for watching, and peace out.